So I want to talk about full circle moments for a sec, right? So we hear United Masters, obviously Steve Stout. Let's talk about the power of branding. I guess you can all take this, but the importance of branding and partnering with brands that make sense. So Steve Stout, the Reebok commercial, everybody knows that, the AI commercial, but even to present day, like as I'm watching the NFL, I'm hearing your voice over the commercials. So I'm like, yo, Kiss is everywhere, man. So talk about aligning with brands and the power behind that.
Branding is very important. Aligning yourself with brands is even more important. But with today's society, social media, as you see when tragic things happen, before somebody would help an elderly person, they pull out their phone. So everybody's a brand. And when you're an artist, an athlete, a businessman, businesswoman, you got to think that you're a brand and do as much as you can to support that brand, give a positive outlook on the brand, and just keep, productivity as much as you can, because that's going to help your financial situation in the long run with all eyes on you in today's society.
So, Ron, I want to ask you about ownership. You broke down how you made a bunch of money by selling like 14,000 albums before on the show, but talk about like the power of ownership and leveraging that to actually make money.
Yeah, I really believe that that when you have the right information, you have the right access to information, and the right infrastructure, you really can, as long as you're rooted in service, you can really make however much you want to make. So a lot of times I would go to my record company and I say, hey, look, my first album, I sold, 160,000 albums. I'm not platinum status. I didn't have no records on the chart. Then my second album, which was Grammy nominated, I only sold 60,000. And so I went to him, I said, hey, look, we're in the digital age. If I sold 180,000, how come we don't know all those people? Can't I just press an email and we can email everybody who bought the last one? They should definitely want to know about the first one. And it sounds funny now, right? Because we should actually know, but I will present this challenge to y'all that if you're building on social media, you're really just renting your audience. And so for me in 2013, I said, look, if I want to actually have this information, I got to give to receive. So I gave my number out on Twitter. I say, hey, look, just send me a text if you want the record. And by that time, I'd already bought my contract out, so every single dollar that came in, it went straight to the bank account, instantly. I see that's what you're doing now. And so the beauty of that, and this I think what you're talking about, is first having that relationship, that one-on-one relationship with the fans, and letting them know that you're here to actually be of service to them, however they are looking to actually support you. So at the very beginning, the opening conversation was just the music. Hey, let me just download the music. But then people would actually, and when we talk about brand partnerships, people would actually text in, yo, you didn't know, but I run the Lamborghini Club in so-and-so. So whenever you do your next video, man, just call me up. I'll bring 17 of those things out. Sounds great to me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I was over there. Next, people said, you know what, Ryan, listen, we love the concerts and everything, and I've been doing this for a long time, actually doing my tickets direct. And sometimes it's a struggle because the venues actually, they have deals with the larger promoters, etc. So I had to go out and find a promoter that was willing to take that chance with me. And when you look at it, even in boxing, etc., once the talent becomes the promoter, the whole financial breakdown starts to change. And they start to understand their business better. And when they start to understand their business, the ingenuity of a creative becomes present in the execution of those business ideas. And as you sit here in this audience as creatives, make sure that you pay attention to the business, because as you know your business better and better and better, your ingenuity as a creative, your creativity is what is going to make the difference. We're watching it live in real time. We're watching the history that's being made, the ingenuity and creativity. But also, it's also about understanding that it's not just about you. It's about being able to connect with those who also relate to the impact that you want to have. And so I watched my young brother right here. He found a platform, I think it's called even.biz, right? He found that platform. A young brother, another young guy, man, super creative, and said, look, your concept of what you want to do, we can help you bring it to life. What does that do? That allows for you to remain the creative, and you can choose the folks on your team that can elevate and put the infrastructure around the impact that you want to have. Once again, it comes down to having those phone numbers, making those phone numbers work for you, making those phone calls work for you. And so when we think about the economics of it, once you can start to realize what products or services people would actually pay a premium for, you can interact and engage with those supporters at that level.